Hello Guardians, welcome to another video covering the Crucible bounty, Quartermaster bounties for week 7 of Age of Triumph. Unfortunately, this has been a really bad weekend for me in terms of video editing. Every bit of footage I had for opening of bounties for all 3 of my characters basically corrupted. So last week I did a really bad video for week 6, so I just didn't publish it. This week, my Elgato software just really shit the bed during transitioning the stuff for my editing software and corrupted. So I'm going to have to improvise. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to transition into some gameplay video and then talk a little bit about the roles and some of the things that I got this week. And if you notice from this footage of my hunter hanging out with his good buddy at the Crucible Quartermaster, the drops were pretty good this week. So, at least for one weapon. And so I'll go ahead and transition and we'll talk about those roles. Okay, so as you enjoy this gameplay with one of my new weapons, going to throw the spreadsheet up on the screen. So what you'll see there is a couple things. First of all, as I mentioned last week, I did a video for the 2nd through the 8th of May, but it was pretty unsatisfactory, so I never published it. It's been a bit of a learning curve with video editing, video capturing, all that good stuff. But the only thing I want to highlight here is the Hakon's hatchet that my hunter received last week. I kept it. It's pretty much my only keeper there. And it got me through this week's auto rifle bounty. Looking at this week, you'll notice that I forgoed. I did not do the secondary bounties. Just don't need any more. I'm all set with those. So I focused on the auto rifles, the scout rifles, and the heavies. Specifically, I'm trying to get a particular type of heavy. I'm trying to get a void weapon that's legendary, not exotic, right? So a void rocket launcher with 3 in the tube and tracking. That's with good velocity. That's kind of the hole in my inventory. So as you can see, got a couple of auto rifles, some Hexcasters, a deal breaker. Nothing really to talk about there. The 2 big things to talk about are the Burning Eye, obviously, and the Distant Star. Those are the 2 keepers from this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw up, first of all, the Hakon's hatchet rolls, so you can take a look at those. A word about this weapon, obviously not a god roll, right? However, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say that it got me through that auto rifle bounty. It did so readily. It's a lot of fun. It's got great range, and it really rocks. So if you don't have one, definitely worth doing the bounties to get one. Transitioning into the Distant Star. So this one is a really good PvE weapon. Took it into PvE last night, and those explosive rounds, I mean, this thing's just a ton of fun. You just absolutely just slay the minions of the darkness no matter where you go. So that was a pretty good keeper. Finally, we'll get to the one that you've all been waiting for, and that is the Burning Eye. So this is my 3rd drop for a Trials of Osiris weapon from doing these bounties. And again, not a god roll. However, still pretty effective. I was pleased to see that there's that second option in the 3rd tree, in the last tree, because when I saw 3rd Eye, I thought, oh man, not that Zen Moment's much better, but I just don't need 3rd Eye anymore. Since we've gotten those artifacts from Rise of Iron, specifically the Memory of Gellion, wow. 3rd Eye used to be a big deal. Now I couldn't care less. Explosive rounds makes it, the explosive rounds fitted stock piece. So that's your PvE and then PvP option. You can use explosive rounds in PvP. I did try it with the Iron Banner going on right now with the Mayhem Clash, and it was okay, but you're really better off using the fitted stock. Small bore and then accurized ballistics because it gives you just a smidge more impact on the weapon. So and range. So pretty fun to use. Definitely a keeper. So that's pretty much it for the Quartermaster bounties for the last 2 weeks. Not sure how much more effort I'm going to be putting into this, and I say this in every video, but I got to tell you, my vault is full. I had to go through and shred stuff just to make room to be able to open these bounties and do the video that got corrupted. Still kind of upset about that. So I'm not sure how much more I'm going to do this. As you can see, I'm not doing the secondaries because I'm just after certain things. So we'll see. I may do them next week. I'm not sure what Shax's, what his bounties are going to be. Control, I think, and maybe Rift. We'll see. So not sure. But overall, I've gotten quite a few Iron Banner weapons, and then the one Trials of Osiris weapon, which is my third one out of all these bounties that I've opened in 7 weeks. The other thing I want to talk about real quick for those of you out there who are generally solo players, or those who just don't play very often and don't have a whole lot in your vault, Shax's weekly bounties. So with the video, with the spreadsheet that I'm transitioning to now, note that if you're still looking for exotics, this turns out to be a pretty good way to get one. In the last 5 weeks, I've gotten 7 exotic rewards from doing these bounties, and I'm not even doing all of them. I'm usually only doing 1. So something to bear in mind, that if you still need to get a hold of some of these exotic weapons, I got Trespasser this week for doing Clash on my Hunter. So I'm not sure what I got last week for my Hunter, because somehow or another I managed to lose that footage as part of the disaster that was last week's video. So definitely worth doing for those of you out there that still need to get some exotics in order to have what you might feel is a satisfying Destiny 1 experience. Okay, so that pretty much sums it up. 3 keepers in the last 2 weeks that were pretty notable: the Hakon's Hatchet, the Burning Eye, and Distant Star. So, okay, I hope you enjoyed Iron Banner this week. Still got another day to go. Hope you had a great weekend, and I will see you somewhere in the Destiny universe. Thanks.